Hello, you mighty fine people, and welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while, well over a year actually, since I uploaded any kind of video. Hi, by the way, I'm Mattman90. I thought for the context of this video it was really important that I showed you who I am, because this for me personally, this is a video that I feel is really important, and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm not really sure if the title's going to allude to it or not because I haven't decided on a title at the time of recording this. But what this is an explanation as to where I feel I went wrong as a content creator and what I believe was partially, in a sense, responsible for the downfall of my channel and where I feel I can improve and where I want to go in the future. I'm at a point in my life where I'd like to give YouTube another shot. If I don't do this now, I'm going to regret it, and I do not want to regret it at all. In the past, I was very proud of the work that I've done on this platform. I was really thrilled to have so many people dedicate minutes and hours watching my videos and taking the time out to comment, and I'm really pleased looking back at some of those old videos and some of those old comments that some of my guide videos really helped people enjoy the game, For Honor. And it was really nice to look back through that. So quite a while ago, I alluded to, well, I made a video saying it was the last For Honor video, and at the point in time that I made that video, the game wasn't fun for me, and I felt like I'd peaked as a player and that the game needed a lot more improvements before it would be enjoyable. Now, I was very happy with that video at the time. At the time, if I could go back in time and do it all again, I probably would still do it. But where I think I went wrong as a content creator is the sort of things I did after that. Because, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of things in my personal life that sort of went downhill. Things got better, and then I kind of hit rock bottom. I'm okay. This is not the platform to talk about my personal life. But I just want you guys to know that I am okay. You know, I'm in a really good place right now. I'm happy. I've got a really great support network of people, and I'm in a good place. And this is why I wanted to get back on the YouTube wagon. So what I kind of want to explain is where I feel I went wrong. So after I stopped making For Honor content, I had these ideas of doing Resident Evil and Street Fighter, and I, try as I might, I couldn't quite get there. And if I was to open through my hard drives right now, you would see hours and hours of footage, and there was be scripts written for quite a lot of videos, but they never kind of came to fruition. I mean, I wanted to do a retrospective on Resident Evil, so I played the original 1996 game, I recorded a bunch of footage on it and wrote out an entire script, and the editing and the production process was kind of a nightmare. And that has never stopped me before, don't get me wrong. When I first started YouTube, I was using SharePlay and on the PS4, and that was a nightmare. And then I moved to PC. I used to record stuff on the PS4 on a USB stick, transfer it to the PC, and use DaVinci Resolve. That kept crashing constantly. I have always been fine working through nightmarish editing processes. The thing that I realized, and realized far too late, is that none of that process was fun for me when I was doing content like that, like Resident Evil and Street Fighter and other ideas that were swimming around my head. Because I had ideas, I just couldn't formulate them or commit to them. And what I realized far too late is because it wasn't fun. And I've always been an advocate that says, if you do not enjoy what you're doing, your audience won't enjoy it either. And when I first started YouTube, it was fun. It was a lot of fun for me. I first started with a couple of For Honor videos, and then Duke Nukem and Resident Evil playthrough, and I enjoyed them. And then I made my first guide video on Warden, and I really enjoyed the process of making it. I was looking back, the thumbnail's kind of really basic, and there's music from Axel Lay from the Super Nintendo in that video, which I was at the time really proud of, and you know what, I'm still proud of it now. That game has a banger soundtrack. But I love doing it. You know, I didn't do it because I was like, oh, this is going to get me views. I did it because I genuinely wanted to make that content. And every guide video after that, every video after that was me wanting to make content and enjoying the process. Now, when that Warden video initially took off, there was one day it was 10 views, like a week or 2 weeks later it was 100 views, and then suddenly overnight it was like over 1,000 views, and my mind was completely blown. And I think I lost sight of the process and why I started in the first place, because when I was looking at all this other idea and content, I wasn't doing it because, I mean, yeah, I love the Resident Evil series, I love playing Street Fighter, I love all these other games, but I didn't have the passion to talk about it. I didn't feel like I was part of that community. And what I'd done with For Honor is that I'd helped build a community. I became part of a community. I became part of the discussion. I felt like I had a voice. I felt like people had a voice on my channel. And I can't stress enough that the number of subscribers was great, the number of comments, it was great, the likes and stuff, it was all great. But what really, really mattered was that I enjoyed the process and the community was growing. And that sense of belonging was, and it still is, wonderful. I still feel like I am part of the For Honor community. And yeah, I turned my back on the game and I wanted to do other things. But what I didn't realize was that I was putting the cart before the horse. I was doing all of these, I was brainstorming all these ideas about, I wanted to do these challenge videos, these review videos, because these are popular. Everyone loves these series. They're way more popular. It's going to get me lots of views, lots of subs. And that's the wrong way to go about it. I was chasing the end goal. I was more concerned about the end result than how I would get there. And that's really not who I am. And I felt like I really lost my way. And that is where I feel I failed as a content creator and where I went wrong. Now, you're welcome to disagree with the idea that I failed. I mean, that's okay. This is my opinion, but I feel like it was necessary for me to come onto the platform, talk to you, and explain myself so I can have a clean slate and start again. Because the channel has, don't get me wrong, the channel's not had a lot of things to do, but I haven't put up any content, but I always wanted to keep going. And I'm at a point in my life now where if I don't do this now, where I've got the great support network, where I'm happy in my personal life, I'm never going to do it. And I don't want to look back and think, I was able to do this before, why can't I do it again? I don't want to have any regrets. And don't get me wrong, the channel got to a point where we were growing subscribers, we were earning money, not a lot of money, but the channel got to a point where it was earning money. And don't get me wrong, I think that's everybody's sort of like dream for doing YouTube, whether you start, you know, as a content creator at 18 years old or later on, like 50, 60. It doesn't really matter when you start your journey. I think everybody wants to do it because they've got ideas and passions they want to share. And that's how it started for me. And I lost sight of that. And don't get me wrong, the channel's been completely demonetized now. We're going to have to earn that right back. But I'm okay with that. And I played a lot of things in the meantime. I've, I played a lot of single player games, a lot of roguelike deck builders, other online games. I was really enjoying Slay the Spire, Monster Train, Warhammer 40k Darktide, Street Fighter 6, Helldivers Darkest Dungeon, which I cannot believe I hadn't picked up sooner. That's a real sleeper hit that's been in my library for far too long. And a lot of these games have, I've really enjoyed them. But For Honor is the community I belong to. It's where I feel at home. And the game's had quite a lot of updates in my absence. I think 3 heroes have dropped. I went on the game very briefly before the latest hero dropped to sort of see just how, maybe on a cursory level, how things had changed. I've noticed that Reputation 70 is no longer the highest reputation. Warden finally has a thrust animation, which, I mean, it took a long time, Ubisoft, but we got there. The longsword guy can stab now. Really generic change that makes me really more excited than it has any right to, but I'm excited to come back to Heathmoor. I'm excited to jump back in and see how I stack in my years of absence. Can I shake off the rust and pick up the sword again? and I really want to do that. I'm looking forward to doing that, and I hope you will join me on this journey. I don't know if the channel will be exclusively for Honor content, but I definitely want to start by coming back to the game. And I'm excited about it, and that's the main thing. I'm excited. The process is going to be fun again, and because the process is going to be fun, it's going to be good. I just kind of lost my way. I lost sight of what really mattered, and what matters is the first of all two things: the community, the audience, you guys. I wouldn't be anywhere without you. And so this is why I felt I owed you an explanation. And secondly, there needs to be passion in what I'm doing. I started YouTube because I wanted to share my ideas and creativity on the platform. I wanted to have a voice. Then I got to a point where I cared more about the end product than the process. And that's why I didn't enjoy it. And that's why I couldn't commit to anything. So, with that said, I think I've rambled on quite enough. I didn't want this to be a super long video, but I felt it was really important for me to get that out there. That I'm in a good place. I'm happy. I want to come back to YouTube. I want to give this another shot. And if you'll join me on these videos, if you'll come say hi, that will mean the world to me. I spent the past few days literally going through every comment on every one of my videos, and I remember my first ever live stream and the people that stayed with me for 24 hours on Twitch when we did that one live stream, and I've got so many good memories from this entire journey. I've learned so much. YouTube has helped me understand how to build a PC, how to understand software, how to learn how to edit. It's helped me learn how to break down things on a fundamental mechanical level that I couldn't have done without the initial passion to start this in the first place. And like I said, I owe it to an idea and to you guys that believed in me and came and watched my videos. And don't get me wrong, I felt a little disheartened when I think what happened is that after the guides concluded, after I'd stopped making guides, because let's be realistic, the guides are very simple. They're a very breakdown, here's how to do this, here's how to do that. But I mean, they helped a lot of people out, and I'm really proud of that. I'm really happy that I helped some people. I helped a lot of people enjoy the game, and even the people that didn't need those guides came on to congratulate me and to give me feedback, and it means the absolute world to me. But I felt like I'd lost my niche on For Honor. I felt like I'd lost my place in the community. And I need to find that again. So I'm picking up the sword, the axe, the spear. I'm coming back to Heathmore. So I'll see you on the battlefield. And one last thing before I go. Just thank you from the bottom of my heart to absolutely everybody over the years that watched my videos, that gave me a like, the minutes, the hours, the comments. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for giving me this chance to contribute, to put my voice out there. And like I said, I just thought it was really important that I show who I am and explain to you, because I owe you an apology, and I'm sorry that I put grand lofty ideas before what really mattered. I lost sight of it. And it won't happen again. I'm really excited to start all over. I'm not going to be unhappy if a video doesn't get a lot of views. I'm not going to be happy if the channel goes nowhere. But I am going to be happy that I tried again. So, with that said, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to hear my explanation. And I will, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again. Ciao for now.